Hello and welcome to episode 143, entitled Being Optimistic in Life. I want to say something that I want you to think about. It's impossible to be happy all the time. Let me say that again. It is impossible to be happy all the time. If somebody's happy all the time, I think they're a little crazy. So it's important to be aware of reality. My name is Gary Vierheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. One of the things that helps me is I think about choices. For example, a very basic choice is life or death. I'll take life. That, I would submit, would be optimistic, because life is an opportunity. Life is change. Therefore, life is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. That's what life is all about. So, in this way, I realize that every moment is a new moment. I'm starting now. I'm starting now. I'm starting now. So it's interesting. Some of the unhappiest people I've ever met are usually thinking about themselves. I've never met a neurotic person who's thinking about other people. And that's a quote by Dr. David Reynolds. So it's important to realize that reality supports me every day. What do I mean? The clothes I'm wearing. Somebody had to design the clothes. Somebody had to cut the fabric. Somebody had to sew the clothes or put the clothes together. Somebody then had to package those clothes, transport them to the store. Then a store clerk helped me, and I benefit by all of those people's work. That's reality. So it helps me to be grateful. There's 3 questions in Nikon therapy that are asked. The first one is, what have I received today? And when you really think about it, we've received so much. Second question is, what have I given back today? In comparison to what we've received, we've given back very little. Almost always true. And the third is, what trouble have I caused others today? Once you really, really think about, and this Nikon therapy is a type of meditation as well, which means deep focus, deep thought. Once you think about the answers to those 3 questions, what did I receive today? What have I given back today? And what trouble have I caused others today? You realize that reality supports me in countless ways every single day. So I do have freedom. I have the freedom to choose my response. That comes from Dr. Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning. Wonderful, wonderful book. So if you have a purpose, if you realize that you have the choice of how to respond, and no one can ever take that away from you, you realize that you have alternatives, you have options, you have opportunities. And that helps me be a little more optimistic in life. I hope you can find an optimistic approach too. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcast. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.